Hey, good evening, everyone. Oh gosh, I'm excited to be here. I'm gonna give it a second to make sure everything is going okay on my end, and then we will get started. So, if you are here watching live, or even if you're watching the replay, say hi. Let me know that you're here. Today I am talking about something that's like pretty much like a lot of us are dealing with right now. It is the end of August, which means it is back to school. How many of you are parents with kids going back to school soon? Allison went back on last Thursday. She started second grade, so she's been in school now for about a week. And to be honest, I'm still trying to find my routine. You go through all of summer and you're doing all the fun things. You're going on vacations and trips to the zoo or whatever. And then after, school starts, it's like, oh gosh, I realized that I didn't have like any sort of routine going on or anything. So that's what I'm talking about today. Um, this can be a busy time for a lot of us just because of school. And many times parents or even people in general use like the back to school season as the time to restart their healthy habits. And this is actually the perfect time to do it because we're already restarting the routine of our kids going back to school. So, you do one routine of them going back, and then at the same time, you're starting this new one. So today, I'm going to talk about 4 things that's going to help you get back on track. So with eating healthier, with exercising, with living an overall healthy and lower stress lifestyle. Oh man, so I need this too because she's been in school for a week now and I'm still kind of a mess. I definitely need these tips just as much as you all do. So the first one we're going to talk about is setting up a morning and evening routine. So think of what you do, what you need to do every single morning and every single night. And then write it all down. It doesn't matter where you write it down. You could use your planner. You could just use a sheet of paper. If you have like a tracking app or something, write it down in there. I feel that if I get everything on paper, if I write it all down and then I get it all out of my brain, it's much easier to look at and it makes me feel less overwhelmed. Or any of you the same way? Like I get so overwhelmed with all the stuff in my head, and then once it's on paper, it's like, okay, that doesn't look so bad. So write down every single thing that you have to do every morning and every night. Figure out how long it takes you to do those things, and then figure out which ones are most important. So getting into a routine of doing all those things every day is going to help you remember everything, and it's going to make you more likely to stick to it and stick with the habits that you've already set. So as an example, let me tell you my morning schedule. This is something that I've been doing for the past, couple years. The time that I wake up has changed quite a bit, but it's always been just about the same. My current morning schedule, I wake up at 4:30 every morning. Don't let that scare you. You don't have to wake up at 4:30. But I personally wake up at 4:30. I grab my cup of coffee. I read my Bible. That takes about 30 minutes or so. Between 5 and 5:30 or 6 o'clock, anywhere between 30 and 60 minutes, I'm doing like some blog work because I find that I'm most productive in the mornings. If I get I don't want to call it the worst stuff, but the most difficult tasks, if I get those done first thing, then the rest of the day is a breeze and I already feel productive. So from 5 to 5:30 is doing work. From 5:30 to 6, if I am working out that morning and not running, then I will do my workout. So 30 minutes of doing some sort of a workout. It's usually like a Beachbody on demand video. And then from 6 to 6:30, I'm packing Allison's lunch. I'm making my breakfast. I'm pretty much just thinking of what's going to happen that day. And then at 6:30, Allison wakes up. So all that happens within a 2-hour time frame. And then let me go into my evening routine first, and then I'll kind of go into more detail. Now, my evening routine is not really at specific times, but it's more of like a checklist of what needs to be done every night. So the first thing I do is plan tomorrow's dinner. And it's just basically me saying, okay, what am I eating? And if I need to get something out of the freezer, like chicken or something, that's when I'll get it out. Usually. I do tend to forget and get out the chicken and stuff the next morning, so it's not thawed, but you know how it goes. That is my plan, is to plan the next day's dinner, just so we know what we're having. And then I plan out my day for the next day. And that's just like, okay, do I have any appointments to go to tomorrow? Am I teaching a class? Am I running? Is there something really important that has to get done tomorrow? So I'll just write down on my to-do list, okay, do this, do this, do this. Not necessarily at specific times of the day. I mean, you can if it helps, but you don't have to. And then the third thing and last thing I do every night is prep my coffee. I have a really cool coffee maker, and it has a timer function on it. So I can set up my coffee, put the water in it, put the big pot under it, and I can set it to start brewing at 4:30 when I wake up. So when I get up, there's the fresh smell of coffee. I love it. It's a really awesome coffee maker. But that is my morning and my evening routine. Now, yours is going to look completely different. You do not have to wake up at 4:30 if that is not your thing. Some people work third shift, some people work second shift, and so like their bedtime and morning time, they just can't do those particular times, and that is fine. The important thing is just knowing what you need to do every day and every night to make your day a success. So how many of you do that already? Do you have some sort of routine that you do every morning? Does it seem to help you? Or even like an evening routine, even if it's just like thinking of what you're gonna have for dinner tomorrow. Even just thinking about that will help tremendously in the long run. So that was number 1, is creating a morning and evening routine. Number 2 is preparing breakfast for the week. Now, how many of you struggle with mornings? Whether you have kids or not, I mean, a lot of us just don't have time to create like an elaborate breakfast every single morning. You might, but a lot of people pretty much just get up and go to work, and they just don't have a whole lot of time for that. So if you are an eat and run kind of person, it may help to kind of pre-make your breakfast every week. I mean, like, how convenient would it be if you were to just walk into the kitchen, pull out breakfast out of the fridge, and then like microwave it, or even just take it with you, just grab and go, heat it up, whatever. Every Sunday, I spend anywhere between 30 and 60 minutes making a breakfast or some snacks or something for the week. And I can't tell you how much sanity this has saved me and how easily my mornings run with this. Now, John has to be at work at 6 o'clock every single morning. So when he wakes up, whatever, he does not want to have to do something elaborate with his breakfast. He wants to be able to pull it out and then heat it up, eat it real quick, and then go. So I make sure that he has at least something in there. Now, examples of different breakfasts that you can do. You could make pancakes, waffles, muffins. You could do banana bread, some kind of egg casserole, breakfast sandwiches, breakfast burritos, even making granola for yogurt parfaits. Now, the cool thing, if you make breakfast in the oven, a lot of those will take, I don't know, 20, 40 minutes, just depending on what it is. So while that is baking in the oven, that's going to give you time to do other things. Are you able to chop up a few vegetables, like prepare stuff for salads for the week? Make other snacks like energy bites or something. I've been doing that meal prep for probably a couple years now. And doing that at least 1 hour every single week, I can't tell you how much sanity it saved me. Now, tell us, because I know we're all looking for ideas too, what are your favorite grab and go breakfasts? Let me know. Let me see. I need to grab something real quick. So that was number 2, was preparing the breakfast for the week. And the first one was making an evening and a morning routine. So number 3 is scheduling your exercise and your meal planning. Now, how many of you use a calendar for everything? I mean, everything has to be written down or else you're gonna forget. Like, that's me. I could even like think about it and then like 5 seconds later, if I don't write it down, it's totally gone. That's just how I am. So everything, my appointments, doctor's appointments, and coaching sessions, that sort of thing, it all has to be in a calendar. And scheduling exercise and meal planning can be the same way. I mean, it's one thing to tell yourself that you'll do it, but it's another thing to actually put it on your calendar as a standing appointment. I mean, you wouldn't just skip a doctor's appointment just because you didn't feel like going. So why would you do that same thing with like exercise or with your meal planning, both of which are still important for your health? Now, it doesn't matter when you schedule it. So exercise, it could be morning or evening, depending on what type of person you are. If you're a morning person, great. If you're an evening person, that works better for you. That's awesome. Different things that could help. So you got it on the schedule, all right? You put down, I'm going to exercise tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. And you put it on the calendar and it's there. So one way to help yourself actually, get up and do it, you could set out your workout clothes the night before. Or you can even wear them to bed. Do something that's going to make it easy for you to get out of bed and then just do it. I had to do that myself a couple of times, especially with my early morning runs. I had to get out all my running clothes. I had to prep all of my water, my snacks and everything. I had to make sure it was all right there, because if it wasn't, then it wasn't going to get done. It is crazy. So meal planning is kind of the same way. So you don't have to set a specific time unless you're just starting out and you feel like it's going to help you. I would say between 30 and 60 minutes every single week to set aside for meal planning. I do mine on Thursdays, and I don't have a specific time for mine, but I just know that Thursdays I'm going to spend at least 30 minutes doing my meal plan. Sorry. I've been talking a lot today. Michelle, it's okay that you're late. It's no big deal. The video is still going to be here. There'll be a replay. Not a big deal. So schedule your exercise and schedule your meal planning. Definitely put it on your calendar and see how that helps you. And then number 4, I think this is one of the most important things, is pick just one thing to focus on each week. Whether it's water, vegetables, whatever. Now, if you do all the things at once, you are more than likely gonna fail. So a New Year's resolution, people say, yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym 5 days a week. I'm gonna throw out all the junk food in my kitchen. I'm gonna buy only organic food. And by week 3, you've already kind of forgotten, and all this stuff is making its way back into your pantry. And you just get overwhelmed. I've done the same thing as well. Let me know if you do anything similar. Now, my clients have found the most success by changing just one thing at a time. So as an example, it could be I'm going to drink 50 ounces of water every single day. Or I'm going to walk for 10 minutes every single day. Or it could be, I'm going to eat 2 cups of vegetables every day. Now, do you see how all 3 of those are something tangible? Like you can actually track it. It's not just, oh, I'm going to drink more water. It's, no, I'm going to drink 50 ounces every day. So something tangible like that, you can put it on a checklist, and every time you hit it, boom, you check it off on your list and it is done. And it makes you feel really productive, by the way, to have a checklist like that, and then you check it off. It just makes my day so much better when I do that. So like I said, my clients do that. That's what I do with them. And in like the first 3 months of working with me, some of them have lost 15 pounds, 8 pounds. Few of them have had more energy. They can fit into new clothes now. They have more confidence in their abilities just by changing one thing at a time. So tell me, what is something right now that you do, or maybe you want to start doing? One small little habit that you do. One thing that I have done is write down water. I need to drink a lot of water. And a good rule of thumb for water is to drink half your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 150 pounds, aim for 75 ounces a day, or more depending on how active you are. So I aim for about 100 every single day. And I use this habit app. It's actually called Habit RPG because I'm a nerd. And you get to like create a character, and it's basically a to-do list and a daily habits list. You write everything down, and then when you do it, you check it off the list. And it has helped me. I've been using it every single day since like January or February, and it has helped me stay on track with everything. So for you, it could be an app. It could be a checklist. Michelle, I see drinking lots more water. Yes, that is like one of the biggest things, especially in summertime, because it is so hot, you sweat out all the water. So drinking all of it back is a good idea. Speaking of, like I said, this is my second live today. I'm not used to talking this much. So those are the 4 things. It was, preparing breakfast for the week. It was... See, I'm blinking out now. It was scheduling your exercise and meal planning. It is picking one thing to focus on every week, and then creating a morning and evening routine. Those 4 things have helped me to establish new routines, to help me stick to everything, stick to my healthy habits. Now, all of this right here is something I teach in my program that I'm just now opening the cart for again. I'm opening the cart for my short-term weight loss group that is starting on September 6th. So it starts on Labor Day, basically. It is 4 weeks of healthy habits done every single day. So it focuses on 4 different things. So it focuses on what you eat, how you eat, exercise, and meal planning. I believe those are the 4 pillars of weight loss. If you have all 4 of those, and if one crumbles, then it's not going to support that foundation. And each week you pick from a list of healthy habits to work on. We go through this as a group. Like, I do it with you. It's all done in a Facebook group. We're all together. There's a daily accountability thread. And at the end of the 4 weeks, my test group lost a couple of pounds, but most importantly, they gained confidence and they learned how to incorporate those healthy habits every day. And even after those 4 weeks, like they're still drinking more water. They're still adding more vegetables to their diet every single day. Like I said, it's done in a Facebook group for 4 weeks, and I go live every single Saturday to answer questions, to talk about what's going to be happening for the next week. You get to choose what you're going to work on for the 1 week, whether it is adding 1 serving of vegetables, maybe it is drinking a certain amount of water every week, and then you'll stay accountable in that group. That's the one thing that my clients have told me. They're like, we need accountability. If you're there to check on me, I am more likely to do the thing, knowing that they have to answer to somebody. So for the next week, this program is $20 off. I'm going to add some links here in the comments. If you're watching the replay, it'll be in the description as well if you're watching on YouTube. But this is going to be open for 1 week, and it's going to close on Friday the 3rd on that evening. Like I said, I don't have many people. I don't have many spots open. I can take maybe like 15 people. And if you are like, well, you know, I want this, but I really work better by myself. I actually have the exact same thing, but in a do-it-yourself form. So it would be just a little course you would go through all by yourself. It's the exact same material. You would just be doing it all on your own. That one's also $20 off. And I'm going to include that link as well. Both links have the discount already. So, like I said, this is only open for a week. I can only accept 15 people in the actual 4-week group program. The do-it-yourself, there is no limit, but the $20 off ends next week. So if you have any questions, please leave a comment. Let me know. Even if you're watching the replay, I'm going to come back and watch everything and answer any questions that you might have. Hopefully this has helped you some. Which one of these do you think is going to help you the most? I think mine, honestly, is trying to create my routine again, my morning and evening routine. The mornings seem to be okay, but I think the evenings, like by the time the evening comes around, my brain is dead and there is no way that I can function. So I have to set those habits again. I have to set that routine of, okay, I need to sit down. I need to think about what's going to happen tomorrow in order to make it a success. So hopefully that helped you all. I appreciate you all coming and listening and interacting. This was awesome. I hope you learned a lot. I know I sure did. So enjoy the rest of your evening. I will see you all later.